look at the 4 pillars. So before we even start, my brothers, don't even go into the 4 pillars. I just want to look at it from another angle. You know, when Mr. Ashford always make this statement, he said, the world will know your name. He said, we are going to own it. You know, owning it. Some people will think that, oh, you need to own all the whole internet space or the 5.5 billion internet users. Of course, if we own them, and so what? We need them to come in. But when he said, own it, we will own it, he is talking about the 4 pillars. Because how do you own everything if you don't have those 4 pillars? You know, the reason why, when you look at it, own it, is about having total control of your business without, or you have limited access of third party, total control of your business. That's the word, the meaning of owning it. You don't, you know, most of the time, the third party, they are taking a lot of things. Just imagine when you store with AWS, how much do you think you will pay? You want to have, you take like, okay, we're talking about payment processor, third party, they'll milk you. Anywhere you go, domain register, they'll still milk you. But now just think about owning all of these things, these 4 pillars. When Mr. Ash said, we just have to own it. The reason why he said that and he decided to go this way is because he knows that there is just no way out. If you want to deal with too many third party, it means your product will be so expensive because you'll not be able to, it will not be affordable the way he wants it to be affordable to the common people. You know, you put all of those expenditure out. How can you go that cheap? But now he said, you know what? For us to give it, make our product highly effective and affordable, you know, for high quality product for affordable price, we need to own it. And owning it means we need to own the 4 pillars, which is the entire ecosystem, build everything, put it in one place with a single sign-on, you know, have a domain register, which is very important because you cannot have a business, a presence online without domain. Domain gives you the location of your address, where you are located in the World Wide Web. You know, you need to have a data storage. Where do you store your data? You need a data center, which my brothers will talk about it. And then you need a payment processor because your product can hang in there. People can see it there. How do they pay for it? They want it, yes, they love it. How are they going to pay for it? You need a what? You need a payment processor. And sometimes I use the term cash register where you can pay, check out, check in, and the system can calculate how much is your turnover for that day. Hands-free, you know. All of these things, there are things that are very, very essential for you to be able to own a business. You know, some companies, maybe they have like 2, 3 of these. We're talking, they either have domain, they have the cash registered, they have few products. Then that is it, done. They give the rest to third party. I said, no, we are going all the way. He always said, we have to go all the way. It means we are owning every sector, every little things that will make us more efficient and effective without the reliability of third-party suppliers. So one of the things, ecosystem, is it done? Yes, done. And they will start the rollout, as Jeff said, rolling out of the product. Then now the single sign-on is already there. Domain, check, done. You know, data center, almost complete. Almost. He said the bigger part, the majority, is almost done. And our O Connect is hosted now on what? On our data center. Complete. Done. You know, and he's talking about migration of all of the rest coming. Payment processor, just a little bit. And soon, as I said, they will announce it. You know, you're talking about payment processor of Visa and MasterCard. Yesterday, he said it. Soon, India will have what? Visa and MasterCard powered by ONPASSIVE. They will be the first continent to start to use Visa and MasterCard. For what? For limited charges, as compared to all the other banks that give out Visa and MasterCard, and they charge you some type of crazy money monthly or weekly. As said, it will be affordable, and the rollout will start in India because that is strategy. Where can you get that? And then soon, it will just go across the continent. So I will leave it there for my brothers and Comfort to take it and then throw it out there.
Yeah, sure. I know that everybody's boiling, but guys, hold your peace because it will come to your turn, definitely. So, my brother Vincent Collins has touched a few here and there. I would
Mhm.
like you to just concentrate on the data center and tell us how it's going to be one of the pillars in this movement. Thank you.
Thank you, Sister Comfort. Thank you, Jeffrey. Thank you, my brother Bob, Oliver, and Collins to be here as well. Thank you. Nice to see you, all of you. So today, the four pillars, the data center. Data center in one of, they are all very important. But when we talk about digital product today, all the digital product, you need to be in a big house. So we need also a data center for our digital product, because all this digital product, this very good and massive product, fantastic. I don't have even what to say to appreciate this product we have. We need a place called data center to put in there. So when all this is in our data center, is also, my brother here, they know more about security, is also for the best and good reason. The first one is for security reason, because it's in our own house, so we is more protected. And then the data linking, we are protected, it cannot go out, it's in our own data center. And then also, we don't pay money for third party, like my brother Colin said it all. We don't pay money for third party to host our infrastructure. So it's everything, our servers, our everything we need in the IT system for digital world is in our own house. So we don't have to go for third party to rent and then to give them money again. So it's good. It saves us money. It saves us also time. So this is the benefits of having a data center. Not every company in this world have a data center. So a company who have a data center is a well-based company, and then ONPASSIVE have a data center. So we are the one of the best company in the world, ranking the world. Having a data center is a big plus. There are so many benefits of that. So from infrastructure, also for security reason, also for even benefits and business continuity. So anything happen, we can still do our business. So we no worry for anything. We can back up all our data in one place, and then business continuity, anything we let's say anything happen, disaster happen in anywhere in the world, like India, where our system is now, with the data center, we can recover all the system everywhere else, and then we are moving forward. So I'll leave it there to my brothers also to have time to say it. Thank you.
Sure. I would like to make a quick follow up here, Collins, from you. Bros, support, bear with me, I beg. So, Collins, listen. Vincent says, for example, what makes the data center one of the pillars is the fact we are not going to be saving or storing our data elsewhere and paying for it. However, people have owned it while saving their data without. So, what is it? What makes it different? Our case that we only think that we own it when we own our own data center, Collins.
Yeah, so if you look at it, we're talking about the pillar. One of the pillar, yes, you said people have owned it. We know Amazon has data center and they have a marketplace. That's true. They have cash register. So he's talking about big company. Domain, do they have it? Yeah, they have domain, but they are not, they can have domain for Amazon, but do they supply domain? They are not domain supply like GoDaddy. They own it just for themselves. So, and if you go into Amazon, you are under the pillar of Amazon, the business. So everything you do is owned by Amazon. The Ms. Ashford built this business in such a way that the business can be replicable for each and every one. So you are not, ONPASSIVE is owned by Ms. Ashford, complete. But what do you own? You own Comfort, bro. Oliver own Oliver, Jeffrey, Moloch own Jeffrey within that business. So the business is replicated to even as many people who decide to come into ONPASSIVE to own a business within ONPASSIVE. So it's like you are a partner to Ms. Asfar. Just imagine somebody go to your site, Comfort, Collins Manor. Everything is just there. Good customer service, they come out. They say, my goodness, I went to Collins Manor site. It was great. The customer service was fantastic. Everything running under is powered by ONPASSIVE. It's the webmaster that modernize everything, load the site with product. Remember, when you give that particular bid, webmaster, say you don't have developers or those who manage your site, give it to third party, what will happen? Every day you have to knock their door. Please, can you make this side dynamic? They will charge you. Then now we have total control, manage that side. And all of this, they are all heavy data. They go to the data center. You know, so your data set, as Vincent said, is more secure because all of the product, they are all big data. So that you have to manage it for business continuity, analyzing it. Though some people own it, but how many companies can own it, like Mr. Ashmufar, like ONPASSIVE? Very few, very, very few. You know, you can talk the likes of, okay, Amazon, little bit few. You can talk the likes of Google, not everything. You can talk the likes of Facebook, just one. They have just Facebook domain. Do they have data center? Doubt it. They don't have it. I don't think they have data center. Or maybe they have a tiny bit just to host. But we will be a data center provider where other company can use it. Remember when Mr. Alfara built, he productized it where we can still make money out of it, not only for us to own it, but how do we supply it for others to come and get a low and effective environment to run their own business? You don't have to come in and become a founder, but you can say, all right, how do I come in to use your product to better my own business? I can come and use the product. For instance, business can come in and say, you know what, they have the best staff, human resource management tool. Go for it. What are they doing with it? It's business tool. A business will use that particular tool to manage their own business, to grow effectively. Where would their data be stored? In our data center, where they can use a lot of things and they know it is secured within ONPASSIVE to grow. So very few companies have completely owned it. The Mr. Ashmufar look at it and say, you know what? We cannot rely on third party, because if you said, Comfort, you cannot give what you don't have. All of us will never give. When they said, you will go out and do good, all of us, the reason why they brought us, for us to give us time and financial freedom, so we can take that our time to go out and do good. If they don't put it in that particular model, where the excess is coming to your pocket, where the company is ending more, but paying less out just to pay the bills and everything, but everything is done in-house. Imagine what will happen in ONPASSIVE. The biggest. And at that time, all of us will just grow and explode like this, and the excess will just flush out to mankind. And that's what Mr. Ashmufar is trying to do. He's doing. It's not that he's trying to do, he's doing already.
Yes, that was just a powerful one, and it's just the beginning, guys. Go ahead and share this widely. This is information for free. Mr. Ashmufar is giving to us, and this is what our brothers here in the panel are trying to do by taking it deep down to everybody. So, Jeffrey, what you would do is just listen to the four guys, because we were coming to discuss the 4 pillars. And so far, I am understanding that we make them 4 pillars because that is what makes us say aloud that we own it. So I would like you at the end of the 4 to make a powerful statement or what you take from the fact that we own it based on these 4 pillars. So Uncle Bob, it's yours now. Just go from wherever you want, please.
Yes, ma'am. Good evening. Greetings from Bel Air. Good to see you, my brother. Jeffrey, it's always a pleasure. My fellow brothers, Oliver, Vincent, and Colin, Sister Comfort, you know how I feel about you. It's always a pleasure. I think when he became eminent to Mr. Ash's mind that this is where he was going, he started building a picture. He started building a picture which has been morphing, has been growing, and now we can see it as the 4 pillars that he tells us. This is something that has been in his mind. Remember, he told us that he wants us to be independent, to be free of any influence, free of any disruption, free of any, harassment or anything. And in this world that we are today, if you want to come in at this scale, this magnitude, then you have to figure out a way that you come in and you set yourself free. And the only way that he does that is to make sure he gets these 4 pillars. When he puts these 4 pillars in place, he guarantees the sustainability and the continuity of ONPASSIVE for generations to come. I look at it this way, the 4 pillars. I see the OES, our ONPASSIVE ecosystem, as being the nucleus, the one that is in the middle, that is, everything else connects to it. The nucleus, the base. So you see, you have the OES, the data center depends on the OES, it saves the data, right? We have you have the OES, you have our processors. They are processing what transactions that are within the OES. We have our domain registrar. Okay, all of us are going to have our website. What is running on our website? It is our OES and the products that we have. So the OES is a central critical component within these our 4 pillars. So let me just focus on it real quick. I know we are running out of time. You see, Mr. Ash has built the most robust, complex information system, the OES. We say it is superior, it is sophisticated, it is secure, and it comes with single sign-on. You know, the products that are within inside OES, let me just take one, for instance, and Jeffrey made mention, so let me expatiate on something that he said. You know, the products of ONPASSIVE, we have one. We know right now OConnect is coming. OConnect is the most advanced audio-video conference platform that the world has ever seen. We are working with these products. We have a variation of them that we see every day. There is nothing like OConnect that is coming. Let us use the base features that we have that we all know, like conducting polls, or the themes, or the music background, or their prompter, or the results, and all the features that we know, right? As that is, it is already superior than what we have in the market. But Mr. Ash Mufara adds the AI components that Jeffrey talked about. So let me jump into that pretty quickly. He has mentioned this about 2 or 3 times in the last few weeks. I remember the meeting of the 10th, he talked about finalizing the AI components on 360. He talked about it again, that everything is done. Their final push for the AI component. What are these components? He talks about translations. Translations, that's, you know, auto language translations. There is no video conference that does that right now as we speak. He talks about closed caption. So for the hearing impaired, that means people who cannot hear, the system is displaying that instant real-time translation of what is going on in different languages. You can see it on your screen if you cannot hear, you know. Closed caption, then noise cancellation. You know what that means? That is a work of ingenuity. Noise cancellation, that means the system has used voice recognition and is able to take your voice and synchronize it with the microphone of the device that you are using, and then considers everything else as noise. So it cancels it. That means you can be at an airport, with as noisy as it is, or at Starbucks, or in a train station, or anywhere, and you are on your ONPASSIVE O-Connect session without any interruption. The people that are with you in your meeting, you can be presenting and nobody's hearing any noise. That's what Mr. Ash is bringing to us. Those are the revolutionary AI components that he's talking about, that are about to enable. Then you have video background, guys. So imagine, comfort, you are sitting there, there is a video playing in your background. Video background with whatever theme that you want. And then it has also text to speech. You know, those are revolutionary, disruptive, innovative features that we don't know about. There is none. Name it: Microsoft Teams, Cisco WebEx, Zoom, all of them. We use all of them. There is none like that. So when Mr. Ash Mufara talks about we are going to own the video conference platform this year, it is true. It is 100% true that we are going to own it. We are going to own it. Maybe even by summer, as soon as the world finds out that ONPASSIVE is here, O-Connect is here, connecting the world at an instant, it is really going to take root and move. And then, of course, it is secure. You know, this system is secure. They are deploying, to me, what I think, from my understanding as a third-party risk analyst, they are deploying a cybersecurity framework that we call zero trust. Everything is, they are constantly validating. You know, don't be fooled that when you come in and it's a single sign-on, you sign on and you are into the system, that's it. No, the system is constantly validating you throughout your digital interaction until you sign out. So you are constantly being checked. You know, your access and everything is being checked. So, I mean, I'm just going to leave it there. I think these 4 pillars, as they're coming on, and we know they are, Mr. Ash has told us they are all there. We should have a sigh of relief and just wait for Monday to start seeing what happens to all of us. Thank you.
Sure, bro. Thanks. Delivered just as usual, but something stood out. That all that Mr. Mufara is doing is to do what? To guarantee sustainability and continuity. That's powerful.
Yes.
That was powerful for me, though. So thank you. And over to you, Brother Oliver. Just go from anywhere. Thanks.
Yeah, hi. I want to thank everybody, my brothers here, Bob, Collins, Vincent, and Jeffrey. You are an unpassive mobile encyclopedia. You gave the total from the beginning to the end till yesterday, about 12 hours ago. That passed what happened yesterday. That was a good one, bro. Thank you very much for that. Yes, when my brothers here, they've talked. Let me just summarize in the short way. I know we are running out of time. That we have control. We the 4 pillars. We have the internet. We have control over the internet space. This is not that we are talking with water in our mouth, or the CEO is mentioning with water in his mouth. We will own it. Why are we going to own it? Look at our AI cloud computing with multiple regions. With multiple regions, there's no third party that is involved in anything that we own. So we determine the price for any product that we are building. We determine that price. And when we determine the price, tell me, any of the other providers that are in the market, how can they compete with us? How can they? They cannot compete with us because OConnect alone reside in our own AI cloud computing with multiple regions. We should remember that this is the second data AI cloud computing that we are having, data center that we are getting. The first one had the capacity of 1 billion. We don't know the capacity of this new one.
Unlimited.
So, bam, that is it. So when we talk about control, the price, ONPASSIVE will determine its price for any product, and our product are above market value. Each product, look at OConnect. Let's talk about only the OConnect that we're talking about. It's above market value. The other provider they can play around with, they store their data where? Third party. How can they compete with us when we have our own? When you come to us, we give you a good price, a price that is we provide the best value with the lowest cost. So there's no company that can stand us because we have that control. We have the control. That's why I just want to make us to understand that. Come again, guys. Our cloud data center. That is the biggest. It comes with all layers of security. Remember that AI alone, when you talk about artificial intelligence, it comes with its own security. And our data center is being developed, our data center with advanced technology. With advanced technology. From the firewalls all the data that comes from the firewalls come with SSL and TLS. That is mobile, when any data that flows in and out. Then the one that rests in that it also rests in our data center is also encrypted, secured. The corridors within the data center, remember that is AI. When it's AI, it dictates and pre-attack or defense any attack that is coming. So, but guys, don't sit any day or any of our clients or customers will say our environment is not secured. You are the problem. ONPASSIVE is not the problem because we are secured 100% or 99%. Let me take it back. We don't say 100% in security. We say 90 or 99%. But you trust, but you verify. So we should understand that we are in an environment that our data center, come again, the cables that I've checked almost all the other providers. The cables that are connected to our data center, the CEO mentioned it about a year ago, fiber optic. Fiber optic comes with its own security. The laser on top of the fiber optic, the speed alone. When you look now at our OConnect, now that they've moved it from the other provider to our own environment, look at the speed. When you just click to our OES, it's gone. You want to take your mouse anywhere, the speed is there. That's to tell that we provide the best of the product with the minimal cost effective. cost effective. So tell me how we are not going to own the market. The CEO told us again the other day that as all Connect is coming out the best, that is how all the other products are going to come out the best. How can you fight us? We have that control. Let me go back again. That control, we have that control to determine our price. If you want to cut it down to $10, the CEO can say that I'll cut it down to $2 because we have that control. So please, guys, where we are fine. Nobody can even come and stand us. Look at domain registrar. Domain registrar, you own a domain, you own a website that it changes. Maybe the CEO told us last time, it will change maybe every day or every week if we want to. If we want to, it will change all the time. you understand? So that domain registrar alone, you own it and you sell it also to make money. I heard my brother and colleagues, they were talking about with Jeffrey Marlowe. That is your property. Your domain is your property, and the value goes up. It's like real estate market that it appreciate. It appreciate. Look at one other thing. AI is not the digital transformation that is taking place in the digital world. Do you think I'll give my domain name .com or .net? No, .ai, because the future is .ai. The future of the internet space is .ai.
Yes.
The market is there for us. We own it. When the CEO said that we own it, we own it. Look at our payment processor. The CEO said yesterday about the Visa card, the MasterCard, they will start it in India. What does that tell you? We own our own payment processor that is coming out this year. What is that? Our old bank. When you have the old bank, what next? You determine the price. Customer comes in, the Visa card and the MasterCard comes there. You get it, you put it in your shop, you buy, you sell it. People use your Master Visa card, you make money. Oh man, guys.
Right.
We are fine to the highest level. If anybody is the body is not fired up, then I don't know how you want to fire up. And as from
we need to take them to the campfire.
as from the 29, what the CEO told us last night, as from the 29, Monday the 29, this Monday, the next 24 hours or 48 hours, the game is on. The game is on. By the end of the month, by the end of February, or from mid-February, or whatever, the game is on. Our life will never be the same again. Our life will never be the same again. Financial freedom and time freedom. Thank you very much, Sister Comfort.
Listen, guys, when you hear Oliver Fonte say, we are fine, you can take that to the bank. I can assure you, listen, this is unpassive. You know, Jeffrey, I love listening, but then I like words that cling louder in my ears. That's the kind of music I like listening to. Obviously, I'm African, yeah? So he says, we determine the price, you know, for every product that which means that's the reason for which we own it. So that sounds like ONPASSIVE dictates the tune in the software development industry. That was my understanding. Because the tune that we make here is the one every customer, every user would like to listen to. They have said quite a lot, Jeffrey, and the ball now is in your court from a non-technical but a very powerful perspective. We would like to hear something from you. You would surely like to unmute yourself. I'm very sure.
There we go. That took me a minute. I'm like, oh, where's it at? Where's it at? Now, you had indicated a little bit ago, do you want me to talk about all four of those points?
No, what I'm saying, you know, when you listen to them, they are trying to explain and make us understand how these are the four pillars of ONPASSIVE,
right?
And that is our pride, and that's what makes us say we own the internet because of these four. So based on what they have said, what remark, what comment do you want to make? It's all yours, bro.
You know, I love, man, all of them. You know, you gotta love a tech because they get tunneled in and they know their stuff. You know, but the big point here for me, my takeaway from what they're saying is data center, and I agree. Now we got four pillars, right? And they were listed in a certain way, but if you'll allow me a few minutes, if we rearrange those, maybe we can make it a little easier to understand. first and foremost, I would take pillar number one as our data center, right? I mean, it's been for a long time. We've been working on this. We know what it's all about. The text talks about cloud computing, right? The delivery of computing services, storage, databases, networking, software, analytics, all this stuff, right? And intelligence over the internet, right? Now, if we drill down, and this goes directly to the question you had a little bit ago about why are we going to be, no, the question was, why is a data center a pillar? Well, let me tell you something. If you drill down into what these guys are talking about, and you actually look down, you're going to see that the data center is actually a double-edged sword. I mean, when we're using our own resources to store all of our own data, we're not paying millions of dollars to somebody else, hello AWS, right, to store it for us. We're in control of it, and we're saving a ton of money. On the other side of that, when you drill right down into cloud computing, there's four main services. Now get this, right? There is serverless, right? There is information as a service, there's platform as a service, and the one we all know and love, which is software as a service. So I shouldn't have to explain software as a service because that's exactly what we are. However, serverless computing is a piece of, it's like hardware and software that provides functionality for other programs and devices. And I say this because it's a cloud computing model that allows developers to build and run applications without having to manage back-end infrastructure. That's important to us. Why? Because ONPASSIVE now has all that back-end infrastructure, so we can jump into that space, right? So that's just not our data center for us. That's now going out and offering these services to other people. Infrastructure as a service, the same way. It's a cloud service model that provides computing, storage, network, server, virtualization, right? We've got our own stuff going. We can now offer all that stuff, right? Infrastructure as a service. We can now offer that to a ton of other people. Same thing with platform as a service. All four of these, once you drill down, ONPASSIVE said, Ash said specifically, we're going to be in every sector on the planet. And this is how we're doing it. Because when you do platform as a service, that's a complete cloud environment. It includes everything that developers need to build on and to manage their applications. So if they don't have to have it and we got it, they're buying it from us. All right. So we become the Amazon. And obviously software as a service. That's really cool stuff too. So that's why data centers, in my opinion, is the first pillar. Because when you have data centers and you have all this networking and all this computability and all this data, everything that you can do with it, then your second pillar, that's when we're going to have, okay, we've got all this stuff with all this software, the entire platform. Now we're going to slap on top of that. We're going to give it the ICANN and we're going to be the registrar. So now we can go at, we can sell from A to Z on the internet, domains, right? And obviously with IDNs and talk about domain and all of that. So that's going to be absolutely huge. On top of that, the fourth pillar, or it was the fourth, I'd call it probably the third or whatever one I'm on. You're talking about the payment processing solution. So you've got the networking capability, which is the physical structures and the software and the data. On top of that, you put the ICANN registration so you can reach the world. On top of that, you put on the money so that you can go out and once you reach the world, you can now interact and you can throw money back and forth and transfer it and do all sorts of neat stuff. And then the last pillar, obviously, the EOS, which is, like our text said, that's the bread and butter. That's the cash cow, because all of our products and everything is coming from that particular platform. So when you stack those on top of each other like that, and then you say, we own and control every bit of that, that answers to your question, how is it that we can do all this, and what does that mean that we can control the pricing? Think about this. We not only own all the data, all the software, we wrote it from scratch, right? I mean, from the bottom up, there is no third party in there. We own it. We control it. We charge what we want. And one of the techs said earlier, when we can do that, we're not paying third party people to do something which jacks up the cost of the price of the product. So we got that going for us. Secondarily, when we have the best product on the market at the most least expensive price, and it's all integrated, it's all been written to work together, we can dictate the price across the economy, because now we're the leader. Now we're the sought after. Now we're the ones that are writing the rules, and everybody's trying to catch up with us. So I hope I didn't take, but yeah, my mind is just like,
yes,
I like what he said. You will not be the same after next week.
Indeed, Jeffrey, I'm just proud of myself, because my question, I thought it was quite confusing, but then you answered it just exactly what I wanted to hear. You gave me the response. Thank you so much, Comfort. You did well. Thank you. So let's take a quick round. I know that there's a bit of pressure, but let's not be under pressure, because we'll catch up at some point with our brother Chris Johnson. Let's just take this round and feed our family who are here, guys. So, Uncle Oliver, I'll start from you, go to Uncle Bob, Vincent, Collins, and then Jeffrey will make a 32-second closing remark for us. So, Brother Oliver, over to you, please. Briefly, whatever thing you have to add, go for it, please.
Well, I just want to say we are in the better place now, that because we are going to provide the most valuable product with the lowest cost, and we have control over our business, and we'll determine the price, and we'll kill everything that comes into the market. Thank you, guys. Be prepared. The game is on.
Indeed, it's on. Go on, Uncle Bob.
Yes, I think it was Jeffrey. Jeffrey also made mention when he spoke earlier about how those other two merchants impacted us, maybe our delivery or the time that it took. I'm going to differ from that a little bit. I'm going to quote my sister, Dr. Pickham, to say that everything is exactly as it was supposed to be, Jeffrey. I think with that, that delay also helped us, to take care of so many other things. And I'll end, as I always say, Mr. Ash Mufara is focused, Ash Mufara is prepared, and he is ready, steady. So we are going to be just fine. Thank you.
Oh yeah,
Right.
I said I was what I would need to say thanks to Mr. Ash Mufara and his whole team, everyone, all on Pacifian. We know that everything Mr. Ash said to us is delivering them now. So people should understand that this is we have an issue with the merchants. That's why the payment has delayed. But thanks God, everything is going well, successfully. And then he's a man of his word. I know he's going to deliver everything. So very soon we'll be happy. And then ONPASSIVE, this is the biggest company in the world. Well, I believe, and that's what I think. So with all we have, is the best company so far, so good. Thank you, Mr. Ash, and your team.
Sure. Thanks, Brother Vincent. You say very soon we'll all be happy. I think I'm happy already. That's why I'm on fire. So, Collins, over to you, please.
Yes, I just want to thank everyone, thank my brother. Like Bob said, for every delay is an opportunity for us to learn. Yeah, so for those who always sit back and they say, no, I'll wait until when it is there and then I'll learn, you're really making a big mistake. Always try to learn, because there is a lot of information. Honestly, ONPASSIVE is enormous. But if you're waiting right at the last hour, you are killing yourself, because you own a business and you have to prepare yourself to run your business. ONPASSIVE will not wait for us, but we need time to catch up. And I don't want to catch up with time. I want to use this opportunity to learn my business before it kicks on. And we are in a better place, as my brothers, they've said. I'm so happy and blessed to be part of ONPASSIVE.
Powerful indeed. So over to you, Jeffrey. I just want to stop here, since you are the last speaker for the session. We don't know who's watching us now. We don't know who will watch us even in a couple of years in future. This message will still remain relevant. So just address both those who are just playing about. They don't want to engaged, and those who are hearing us talk about this and they are not doing anything, and whoever stumbles on this, what kind of opportunity we're presenting here, Jeffrey?
Wow. Wow. Absolutely. Unpassive. Let's see, how do you even begin something? That's pretty big. That's pretty big. I love it. I love it. But we're addressing folks that aren't sure of what we are and what we're doing. Okay. Unpassive is an AI IT company that is massive. It's come onto the scene in the last 5 years. It's really rolled out in the last 1 year. Do a search and look at our marketing and branding. Look at what we've done in Dubai. Look at the Burj Khalifa. Look at the train station. Look at the innovation labs and all the stuff that we've got going on. The data centers, the hub over in India, being on just about every continent, now opening up a network that pulls those continents together, and all the offices and the regional businesses that we've opened up as a result, not to mention the strategic partnerships. There's at least a dozen of them that are very, very high powered. All of these things together are behind the one thing that you probably see, and that's the tip of the iceberg that you talked about, Comfort, which is that OES, the ONPASSIVE ecosystem. Now, that's all you need to know for right now, but you do need to understand the ONPASSIVE ecosystem is a digitally powered platform that is an abbreviated internet. It will allow you to manage or maintain any online business or presence that you have in the next coming years. As we roll products out, it has everything that you will need. It will be less expensive. It will be superior to anything out there. It's all been programmed and coded to work together, and it's all integrated and automated with AI, and we aren't going anywhere. You need to come to us. So if you don't understand ONPASSIVE, put ONPASSIVE in the Google search engine and just get on with your life. Because if you're not on board, then you're going to be missing out. And this is not something that's going to cost you anything to start either. You can jump in here and you can get all sorts of freebies, and you can start checking things out and listening to what we're doing and watching what we're doing. And you will see, even as we have done for 5 years, we are progressing. It's methodical, it's strategic, it's by design, and it's happening. And it's going to happen in a very big way next week. So get on board and get your life started. Thank you.
Wow, wow, wow. Thank you, guys. Thank you, brothers, for your time, for the dedication and everything. I think that all you do is not going unnoticed, and proof is what you see our people say on the chat. Guys, thank you for those who have shared, and let's keep sharing. This is powerful information. We can't keep it to ourselves. I think everybody who's here now knows where they are. They know exactly what we are doing. Let's share it to feed the rest of the world. Thank you for coming. Tomorrow is Sunday, and of course, Heroes Webinars comes at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We invite everybody, starting from Mr. Jeffrey Moloch to anybody else watching us here. Guys, show up on time. It's going to be business as usual. We love you all. Thank you, brothers, and see you soon. Bye.